reach for the stars and try not to suffocate in the deadly vacuum of space. Welcome, creatives, Imagineers, people who just like to watch the world burn. My name is Austin Civatte, creative director here at Speedrun Studios. You are listening to Ready, Set, Run, the improv show where we let go of all of our morals and give in to corporate demands. Each episode, I, along with our extremely qualified guests, brainstorm completely real project ideas brought in from our corporate theater overlords. Today, I am happy to welcome to the table yet another good friend, stage partner, improv partner, Mr. Michael Stage. How are we doing today?
I'm doing great, Austin. How are you?
For the second episode in a row, what a tumultuous journey it has been to get us to this point. When Corbin came on, the XLR cable for the second microphone was not doing well. We had to fiddle with it for about 30 minutes before we began recording and everything was fine. This time around, everything was very much not fine. Listener, you have missed about an hour's worth of content of me and Michael driving to the nearest guitar center.
Indeed.
To pick up another XLR cable, and now we are here.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
Honestly, it feels great to be back.
Because, yes, we were here originally. We weren't for a while, and now we're back. What do you think? Are we ready to jump into stage one?
I think we are.
All right, let's do it.
Stage one.
Welcome to stage one, which we call On Your Mark. What did you just say?
I'm stage one. My last name is Stage.
All right, Michael. Every good pitch starts with some rapport building, as I know, as you should know. Getting everyone comfortable in front of the mic is very important, especially with the hour that we have had running in the rain, I should add. Mm-hmm. In phase one, we let the creative juices flow and catch up with our guest before the brainstorming. So, Michael, we have shared the stage 3 times.
Yes.
This first being summer of 2019.
That would be right, yeah.
But the first time, and we talked a little bit about this before we hit record on the podcast today, one of the first core memories I have from you is just you were a karaoke machine for the Hadestown OBC.
Oh, yes, and I still am.
For the entirety of 2019, and yes, still are. Hadestown is now, for the listeners, my favorite musical ever made. I want to say this sounds obnoxious. I think Hadestown is like my favorite piece of art ever made. Like I might go that far. And yeah. I had no clue what it was except for you just running around on that massive performing arts center stage. Just
absolutely.
La, 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 la.
Absolutely, yes.
Did you see it when it was touring?
I did not see it when it was touring.
Has it come to Chicago yet?
I think so.
Okay.
I saw it. I've only seen it live once. I saw it on Broadway.
Yes.
With much of the original cast. Mm-hmm. It would be this last March, so March 2022.
Okay.
I went on a trip with several of my with my high school theater troupe. Some people from that, and then with our high school director. And we went to New York and we saw a bunch of shows. We saw Hadestown, which I was clearly the most excited for.
In your group?
Yes. Well, I had gotten, funny fact, I had gotten a lot of the people who were on that group who were also seniors with me addicted to that show when...
Oh, incredible.
Yeah.
As you should.
As I should. As I did for many people. And
it's like gospel. It deserves to be spread to as many people as need be.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm so obsessed with that show. And that was like my first defining factor. And then, of course, both of us were in Mamma Mia, as same with Corbin.
Yes.
From the last episode, which was, just an absolute blast. Made the two of us closer as friends, of course, as well.
Yes. And so great to be back on that stage after a couple of years.
Yeah, for sure. Post-pandemic, I remember, this is a tangent, I was in 2020, when everything shut down, I still wanted to do something theater, so I signed up for an Instagram production of Chicago. Which was very illegal. They found like the PDF of the script, and they used like instrumentals from like online.
Yeah, that's not allowed.
Yeah, well, okay. So for legal reasons, I'm making all of this up. I'm lying.
Excellent.
Yeah, so this did happen. I played a dream role of mine. Frankly, I was Billy Flynn, and it was.
Did you razzle dazzle him?
I did. You know what? As much as my little Zoom screen could, I razzle dazzled them as much. But one of the funniest things about that show is I also doubled for several characters, and there's a big scene at the end at the court. And I had several court characters. So there were 2 casts, so I was only Billy Flynn in one of them. In the other one, I had several court characters. So I just laid out as many like weird-looking costumes and props and like set pieces as I had. And so like for one character, I wore glasses. For one character, I wore a funny hat. For one character, I wore a scarf. And I would just dip out of frame. Like I would just go, "Your Honor, that's a lie," and then just dip out of frame. And then I'd come back up, like the head popping up from the bottom of the Zoom screen.
Absolutely.
Just again in a completely different costume.
That is amazing. And no, yeah, 2020 and like the early parts of 2021, definitely feeling a lot of creative like desaturation.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us were as performers and as actors and techs, and like we were all struggling with not having something to do in that time.
Absolutely. And it's hard too, because it is such a like, I mean, by nature it's a performative medium. Like you know, like you spend a lot of time in close proximity to other people, and like the audiences are very packed in together. It was a very scary time, like to be reopening.
Yeah.
You know, I remember even when we were doing Mamma Mia, like a lot of us, you know, I believe I was vaxxed at that point.
I'd also been.
Yeah, but it was still like it still felt weird. Like I remember
it felt odd. Like, do you
that was
you
like
wear the mask?
That was
do
the
you
first
kind of like what's the
that
deal?
was the first production where masks ended up being optional. For that production, and that was the first real time where it was like, is this okay to do at this point?
Yeah, because I had done a show right before Mamma Mia. I had done Rock of Ages for my high school, and like it was really fun, and that's one of my favorite shows that I've ever done.
Yeah,
but,
I remember you talking about that.
But it was really strange because like we had to build an outdoor stage because we were thinking about doing like a drive-in,
doing
kind
a
of
rock
idea.
show.
As a drive-in
outside.
And that would have been really cool. And we had like the the duck masks where you could like sing into them, and like that fit the mics and whatever. But that it didn't end up working out. The show it did, but it rained.
Oh no!
Both show days. We only had 2 show days, and it was torrential raining both days.
What did you end up doing?
We asked the admin of the high school, which I will not mention for reasons, but we asked the admin to allow us to use the theater, and we had to actually increase the capacity for the theater because we were only operating at like I think like 60% capacity. We had to up it to 70% because there were so many people who had already. It was free tickets, so like so many people had already signed up to come. And we ended up doing on that stage, and there were so many tech problems. I feel so bad for the sound techs because it was just a nightmare.
Well, because having to set all that up on the fly when you were anticipating it doing it outside.
Yeah, like we started. We had rehearsed half the time outside and doing all that sound stuff and making sure all that worked. And then a day before, we were like, this is not going to end up working out outside.
A day before.
And
holy cow.
It was a weekend. So like it was like.
And the amount of like blocking, I'm sure that needed to be changed.
Oh, yeah.
Like entrances and exits, especially.
Yeah, because the theater was much smaller than our outside stage.
Really?
Yeah. Because my high school theater was really small.
Sure.
So like the stage was really small. It just had like a proscenium that had like if you're not a theater person and you don't know what a proscenium is, have someone explain it to you because I'm not going to do that.
That's a big word.
It's a big word, and even I don't know what it really means. But it's just a little.
It means little thing that is not the stage, but is in front of the stage, but you can walk on it.
That's right. And so our stage had a proscenium, and like you could do exits and entrances on that, but we had blocked so much of it around like the only exit and entrance is like just around the stage.
Okay.
So like we had to reblock half the entrances and exits
in a day, man.
And like all of the building, like the set pieces had to be like smushed together because it really didn't. It really didn't work.
Yeah, I will share. Will I share that story? No. I have a lot of like crazy, just really whack Mamma Mia stories. I remember, to sort of transition into the next topic, I had announced that I was going to direct Trail to Oregon. I think first day of rehearsals for Mamma Mia. I think that was like my fun fact at the beginning when we were circling around.
Definitely.
So I went like, fun fact, I'm directing Trail to Oregon this summer after this. Come be a part of it.
Yes.
But you, my friend, did not need any convincing. As a matter of fact, your auditions started that day.
Yes. My auditions were passive and always happening.
And not by my choice or my allowance, by the way. You would just... I would be working on my Mamma Mia things, and you and Finn Alexander, another excellent friend of mine, just approach me like, Austin, look at this, and just like sing Independence together.
Absolutely.
And I'd be like, well, I remember though, like, because I wasn't sure if I was going to split up Joey Richter's role into multiple characters. That was going to be the idea at first, to allow more people to be a part of it, because that is one hell of a role, as you know.
Yes, as I do know.
As you know. So in order to figure that out, I was like, what should I make Michael do for his callback? Because I don't know if you remember this.
Oh, I have the videos saved on my phone.
It was so funny because I was like, I'm gonna, like, everyone... You're laughing because you know what this is.
I'm laughing because I know what this is.
Yeah. So everyone who I was going to call back was a part of that production. So at various points throughout the day...
Just pull them aside into the dressing room?
I pulled them aside, and I went, Michael, it's your time. And we were just rehearsing God knows what. And I was like, you're going to come with me. And we went into the men's dressing room of the Performing Arts Center. And I remember, I'm just like, all right, now give me your best. I want to die. Like, give me your best. Kill me now, as the ox from Trail to Oregon.
Absolutely.
And you fucking.
I let it rip.
And I gave you a couple of seconds, and I turned around. I was like, all right, let me give him a couple of seconds to like figure this out. And I turned back around, and you were on all fours. And
it's called commitment to the bit.
Yeah, commitment to the role, I think. Yeah. And I already knew I was going to cast you, but that cemented it for me.
There you go.
How absolutely chaotic, which I think that just happens once again when you put the two of us in a room together.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, and having you as a part of that show too, such an incredible asset to that cast, and that whole experience was life changing for me in so many ways. A couple of specific things from that show that just made me just lose my shit. There was one night, so you have a big song where you need to remember a certain character's name.
Oh my god. Okay, all right, listener.
So the name changes every show. So it's a big task, and to remember those names is harder than most people would think.
Okay, listener, let me give you my defense. Okay,
before we
even do the story, look, I'm usually pretty good with names. Yeah. If I take the time, I can do it.
Yeah, but we didn't have the time.
You don't have the time, okay? And look, I was, I think it was the last. No, it wasn't the last.
I think
show.
it was the
matinee.
I think it was the matinee.
It was the matinee, and sometimes during the matinee you screw up, and I forgot the daughter's name.
I think word for word you go, you gotta cock your wagon, whatever your name is, you gotta cock your wagon, daughter. You're like, and then Finn comes in for the third one to feed it to you.
Yes. Finn, what an angel in that moment, saying, you gotta cock your wagon.
Was it Bichard Nixon that time, or I think it was a different one.
It was not Bichard Nixon, but it was something.
I think that was definitely the best.
It was something not very memorable.
Damn! Wow, really roasting the audience. I can't even remember it now.
Like, I don't.
And then, of course, the video that I do still have on my phone because I screen recorded it several times, which is my favorite possession, and I am so happy we were recording on this day. Independence. So,
oh my god!
So
no,
the entry.
When I hit my
this has just turned into the me roasting Michael section of the podcast.
Oh, we could go on and on about how many show mess ups I've had. I remember them very deeply. They come to me in the middle of the night.
So Independence was such a fun number, and I remember, I don't think, and again, this is like, so I give you so much props for how much you had to memorize with this role. If for the listeners, Michael played every ensemble character in the entire show. It is a 7-person cast. 6-person cast. Sorry, there are 5 family members and 1 other guy who plays every other character in the show.
Person,
just wearing different hats, and it's a lovely bit of comedic genius, but it's a lot to memorize, especially for Independence.
Yeah.
And we finally get into the venue, and we have to change a couple of things around blocking wise since we're finally in the space.
And there's these huge pillars, listener, in the theater, which I can't remember the name of it right now.
Yeah.
And we were in the theater.
I would bleep it out even if you did.
Yeah. It's like a little black box, and it has 3 sides for the audience, but we only used 1. So there were these hallways that were diagonal and would come into the corners of the stage.
Yeah.
And my entrance for Independence was stage right, and I would come around through that hallway, like passing the audience and coming on.
Try.
Okay, look, Austin, I'm getting there. Okay, and so I would run on, and Independence. I'd sing the song, but the time that we recorded for the matinee, I think it was.
Yes, it was.
It was the matinee, and I ran on stage for Independence, and I fully hit.
You
I
biffed it,
fully,
my friend.
I fully
biffed
the entrance, and I hit straight into the pillar.
Just bam, shoulder to pillar.
You can hear it on the recording.
It's
the audio on that
thing.
recording is very faint, but you can hear it. It shakes.
Thing. And then you in tears trying to start the beginning of the song.
begin the song and stay on the track.
It's a ba-doom, ooh, you're in Independence. And here's a clip.
Gather round, because here we are, the place where our great trek begins.
Where's that, Dad?
Welcome to a city so pleasing that everyone's leaving. Fucking go west. Marriage is tested. Thank God they invented divorce trending in Independence.
Beautiful city.
There's random columns everywhere, though.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, you gotta be careful when you're running.
Yeah. I knew we were in town. So
You might even
to the columns, just like the daily occurrence.
How do you know so much about it?
You learned that much being new in town?
Yeah.
But what an incredible, the Cornwallis scene killed it every time.
It's so good.
I forced Michael to make a quip change into a lobster costume.
Full body lobster costume.
Full body. I don't like referring to it as a full body lobster.
Full body lobster costume.
What a fucking show.
What a great show.
What a great show.
Core memory.
So I'm so happy. I'm so happy to have you back in Austin, participating in as many future projects with Speedrun as we can.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I think there's no better way to go into the next phase of this episode than talking about all of our theater and stage goofs. Jumping into some more theater and stage goofs.
Let's do it.
Are you ready for stage 2?
I am.
Let's go. Get set! Sorry, that's I got too aggressive there.
Yeah.
I need to reel it back a little bit.
I think so.
It's really exciting. It's this
take a little fishing pole.
It's really exciting though. It's this drum roll, and I feel the need to
yell. Yeah, no. Drum rolls are important. Yeah.
I need to see someone about my anger management problems. All right. Do you feel ready, Michael? Do you feel comfortable, creatively stimulated? We've been
Absolutely
talking a lot about our past theater experiences. Now let's talk about the future, eh?
Yes.
All right. Now, I am really glad you're here. And I'm really glad we have put all of this effort into making this happen. Because to be real, I am capital F fucked right now.
Oh, no.
So I really need your help. So I was just on the phone with the guys at corporate earlier today. So they say, our last original one act that we did last episode was a smashing success. Thank you, Corbin, very, very much. So they want us to write some more original one acts. So I'm like, okay, perfect. We get that. We can write some one acts. That's awesome. I can shit out a script. We got this. But they did want like a lot more, like too many. So to speed up the process while keeping everything nice and cheap, I thought we would introduce for the first time a reoccurring segment to this podcast. We're hopefully going to do a couple episodes of this. The name patent pended storyline shuffle, where in front of me, how this is going to work, I have 3 random generators loaded on my device, otherwise known as Google.com.
Let's do it.
A random costume, a random set piece, and a random prop. We are going to press the random generate button for each category and figure out how we will bake each random costume, random prop, and random set piece into the plot of our show before presenting it in stage 3.
Excellent. I'm ready.
The stakes are high, Michael Stage.
When I'm around, the stakes are never higher.
I frankly, I don't know what that means.
I'm very good at cooking steaks. That's what I mean.
Shit. Medium rare, baby.
That's right.
All right. So, I think the first step here is going to, before we even touch any of the generators, what do you think is just the worst option? If you had to do this, if a one-act play had to be a single prop, a single set piece, a single costume for everybody, I think what are some just purely awful, hilarious examples just to get them out of the way?
Yeah, definitely. I think for costume, you got to go clown costume. You can only do so many things with a clown costume.
Yeah, I feel like
it's really
not very versatile.
Yeah, it's really a shock comedy bit, and that's really not good for you.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be one chuckle, maybe.
Yeah, maybe you walk on. I was in a little play, and I walked on in a stupid costume, and it got a few laughs.
Yeah,
and that's fun for the first time. But if you do it over and over again, not great.
You can't reuse the bit too many times.
Yeah, especially a clown.
Yeah. Foreshadowing is a literary device in which an element of the story is teased early on, only to return later in a more significant way. It's like we spoke our own graves into existence. Anyway, welcome to the ad break. Today, I just wanted to use this time to shout out another project that Speedrun has released that we've been working so hard on recently. We briefly mentioned it last episode, but it's out now. It's a thing that you can go listen to with your ears after you finish this, of course. If you are a fan of crazy, sci-fi, dystopian, super suspenseful audio stories, you will love To Be or Not To Be, the first episode of our audio drama series. Thank you all so much for the support on that since it has dropped. That has been absolutely incredible, as well as on the last episode of Ready, Set, Run. Not to spoil, but next month's episode of this was an absolute blast as well, and happens to star one of our incredible castmates from To Be or Not To Be. So go listen to that before we tell all kinds of crazy stories about putting it together. You can find it by searching up Impending Pasts wherever you get your podcasts. So thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of the episode as me and Michael dive even further into insanity. Yeah, hear me out, Michael. I've got some ideas, and by ideas I mean never do this for our prop. So consider this: actively harm the performers. Cactus.
That was the best way to say the word cactus. Objectively.
That is my entire
cactus.
That is the thing that I have written down. What if cactus?
What if cactus? Honestly, yeah, cactus and no pot. You're thinking,
yeah.
All right.
So
yeah,
well, immediately going off of clown costume.
How
I feel like what we've created is a circus act.
Yeah, you're juggling cacti.
Ooh, nah,
That's
not
maybe,
about that.
Given that I cannot juggle, this will end badly for me, I think.
Maybe that's the journey.
Maybe the real juggling was the friends we made along the way.
But honestly, for ticket sales, that would be great, because if you only think about this, you say, I'm gonna learn how to juggle, but I'm only gonna practice in front of an audience. So you sell tickets for the first show, and you're just awful. But then you come for the second show.
That's right.
And you're slightly better.
Slightly better.
And you just
still not good.
You can do a couple a week.
Yeah. And then you got a show.
And then you can tour with that.
That's right.
Yeah, I just imagine like
we're going to the Tonys, baby.
Just immediately getting stabbed repeatedly.
Pain. Yeah. You have to be pained for your art. No pain.
Yeah,
no gain.
that is really important. I think the emotional roller coaster
of juggling cacti.
Yeah.
will really bring out the creative juices.
Yeah,
and by creative juices, I do mean blood.
I think set piece wise, obviously, I think that like my immediate response is like Couch on Wheels. I feel like that's a staple of like a lot of high school set pieces.
Sure, yeah.
But how can we turn that on its head and just make it awful? Just
Couch on Wheels. How about instead of Couch on Wheels, we really elevate it, you know? We really make it like a very ornate couch on wheels.
Okay.
Like, you know, really put the clown out of his element, you know? Yeah, because like juggling, that's what clowns do.
Yeah.
But have you ever seen a clown in an opera house juggle? I don't think so. And you know what opera houses have? Maybe because I've never been in one. Ornate couches.
You know what? Opera houses are expensive.
Yeah.
Michael Stage.
And both of us don't have the money to go to an opera house. So
my experience with opera extends to the Sideways videos that I have watched, analyzing music theory. Great YouTube channel.
Excellent.
Yeah. So okay, I think there's nothing else really to do except hit the button a couple of times and just riff on what we find.
Yeah, let's get some random
random things going.
That's right.
Let's go ahead and start with costume.
All right.
I really like clown costume. So here's the question too: is we want to be as cost effective as possible. Are we having everyone in the same costume? Because I think that could be.
I think everyone else in morph suits.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why?
'Cause maybe, you know.
What does the morph suit represent?
I think the morph suits, they can, you know, they're very versatile. They can represent a lot of things, especially if you're having like a character. Oh no.
Emotions.
Especially if you're having a character versus self kind of conflict in our little one act here.
Okay.
I think we can really work with that and have the morph suits kind of portray the inner struggles that this clown juggling cacti goes through.
Sure.
On a daily opera house schedule.
What color would you clarify the inner struggles of a clown to be?
I think bright neon green.
See, awful. Immediately awful. What we do though is chroma key them out and replace them with like some horrific imagery.
Exactly. Yes. Use green screen.
Yeah. All right, let me pull this up here. I really like this random generator that I have found. This is not the one I have saved. This is Halloween costume idea generator, and it just gives me an adjective and then a character from fiction. So this is
what does it say?
Your costume is an adorable mer person.
I feel like there's a lot of mer people though.
There's a lot of mer people in like Little Mermaid.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of like mermaid stories. There's you know,
mermaid stories are overplayed and overdone.
Exactly.
No more mermaids.
No more adorable mermaids. We need violent mermaid overthrow.
Ooh, that's some like Guillermo del Toro like Shape of Water shit.
Yeah, we need the Shape of Water
stage
society.
adaptation.
Yeah, exactly.
Society? What were you saying?
Yeah, like I need the fish people. I need all the fish people. I've never seen the Shape of Water.
Neither have I. She fucks a fish. That's what I know about this.
Yeah, I think that's all I really need to know.
Oh my god, I just spun the wheel and the first result was clown. I think we might have to go with clown.
I think maybe clown was what we wanted all along.
I think we suggested clown as a horrible idea, but sometimes the horrible ideas are, you know,
in fact, the best ideas.
And now I have moved on to our random set piece generator. Assuming I want to go ahead, and I feel like no idea is gonna sound good until we just stick with. I think we've got to go with clown. I think there are I think there are more things that you can do with clown than maybe have been explored previously.
Yeah,
clowns are very multifaceted. They can be happy, they can be sad, they can be terrifying.
Yeah.
So I think these are all questions.
I don't think we've ever tried an afraid clown, a clown that is afraid of something else.
First random set piece that has been generated for me is chalkboard.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm having a vision.
What? Yeah, I want to hear. I want to hear it.
Clown teacher. All right. Clown teacher.
Has the teacher always been a clown, or is this a decision he's making, a poor life choice?
I think that maybe the teacher is having a midlife crisis and is moonlighting as a clown.
Yep.
And shows up to class one day.
Yep.
Dressed full clown garb. Forgets that he's in his clown garb from last night.
What was he doing in the clown garb for this night?
Well, his shows are at night, obviously.
Okay.
Come on, Austin.
Sure,
Don't you know anything about clowns?
Sure. Well, we're talking about the plot of the actual one act itself. So that's a good.
Yeah.
Okay. Clown teacher. Clown colleges are a thing.
Clown colleges are a thing. I'm thinking more like high school teacher.
Okay.
You know, very like midlife crisis.
Yeah.
He has this midlife crisis, going through this moment of like, oh, I've always wanted to be a clown. Starts moonlighting as a clown, doing night shows, open mics for clowns.
Yeah.
And then
this sounds like the plot of Joker.
Has
this sounds? I believe you are describing to me.
I only vaguely remember the Joker movie, and I may be doing this subconsciously.
Oh boy! All right, let's
He's not a teacher.
I like this. I like clown. I like chalkboard because that also. I mean, this would be so bad, but like in like middle school productions where they like make those. Did you have like those like styrofoam things where you'd like have a scenery on one side of it and then you'd turn it around and there would be like another scenery on the other side?
I know of those. I was not in theater in middle school.
Okay, sure.
I do know of,
That's like the cheapest way. You get some parchment paper and you'd like just stretch it over like a big piece of styrofoam.
Absolutely.
And make like a 3D.
What
do you call it? A prism?
Oh, yeah.
And just so there's 3 different set pieces and you just like turn it around. I think a similar avenue can be done with chalkboard because you can have like a classroom set obviously where he's like teaching, but then on the other side you could do like a scenery. So like if we want to set it in a different place, if we want to do multiple
draw
set
a meadow
pieces.
on the chalkboard.
Okay. I like clown teacher. I want to really dive into this concept. See, this is a highbrow concept. I want to see exactly how much we can really, really do with this. And I think what we are missing is a prop. Cactus
appeals to me, but it doesn't really work for the teacher vibe.
Yeah. But I feel like that's sort of the challenge of... So let's go ahead. I do have a random prop generator up on my phone. Let's go ahead and spin this wheel here a couple of times. Get us a couple of random objects. Sword.
Yes. Oh, it could be one of those. Have you ever seen those little chalk swords, like where?
No.
I swear this is a thing, and I'm not crazy.
Well, hold on.
I think that this is a thing where like it's like kind of like a gag gift where like it's like you got like kind of like a sword hilt looking thing.
Sure.
And it's plastic obviously, and then you put the chalk in the end and you can like write, but it looks like you're wielding a sword or whatever.
Interesting.
That might exist, or I might be a crazy person.
Yeah.
And, I think imagining a product that absolutely should exist.
I think the big thing with this is versatility, is being able to as with the chalkboard, why that was such a great randomly generated suggestion, is how many things you can use that with. Sword I feel like is very one-dimensional. A sword can pretty much only be a sword,
I suppose so.
Unless
he also juggles the sword.
Ooh. Very interesting.
Maybe he's one of the sword eaters. You ever see those?
Yeah.
They like it's like I don't know how they do it, but they like put the sword in their mouth and they like, oh, I didn't cut myself.
Yeah, that is crazy. That is a genuine. I don't that's not a trick. Like that's not a magic trick. Like you have to train your body.
Yeah, I think you have to
that is actually crazy.
Open your throat or something.
Sword eaters. If you're listening to the podcast, please reach out to me. I would love to interview one of you.
Please DM us and
at Speedrun Studios. Please, I want to know everything about your life. And if you've
Please tell
gotten
us your
cut,
life story.
if you've gotten cut before, because holy cow, is that terrifying. So I think to sort of get us out of our writer's block here, I think the general story. So we begin with a down on his luck teacher.
Yes.
Does the teacher have a name? Are we deciding on one now?
I think we got to go randomly generated. It
Randomly generated
It might
name?
just be the Trail to Oregon in me. But there's a certain appeal to a funny, goofy name.
You know what? I'm gonna pull up a random name generator, and we're not gonna know who the fuck anybody's names is until I press the button. Random name generators. All right. So we have got a down on his luck educator, which honestly, don't blame him.
Yeah.
Teaching is a hard gig.
Yeah.
Teaching is a very, very hard gig.
My mom and my grandmother were both teachers. And,
Wow.
And they were they're pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like you need some like tough skin, but also a very like caring, compassionate vibe because
lighthearted. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But something has broken this man. What might that be? To make the jump from teacher to I would like to be a clown. Maybe to sort of circle this around to a topic we were discussing earlier in the podcast. Maybe this is a post-pandemic induced stress.
Yeah.
Maybe this is all of the kids have come back and I'm not ready. I don't have any lesson plans.
Right. Exactly. Maybe the only way for me to gain my educational inspiration back, the way to teach these kids, is through clown.
That was almost as good as the way I said cactus earlier in the episode. Is through clown. Okay. I think we've got some good opening scenes there. In introductory scenes at his house.
Yeah.
I think we need to figure out exactly what is really going to break the man in the room, in the scenes, which we will. If anyone is under the impression that this is an improv podcast, you would absolutely be wrong. So what actually does happen is we cut the show right before we're going to do the improv segment, and then months of writing takes place.
Exactly.
And then everything is final.
And you'll never be able to prove that because
no.
Honestly,
Because
I don't
you're
know
just
when Austin's gonna edit and
February. This will be February.
February.
Okay, we've got a down on his luck teacher. Do we want to determine what he is a teacher of? If he has a chalkboard, I feel like it has to be a STEM subject.
Yeah, I think science is always it's a goofy thing for a clown teacher to be doing.
Sure. I like how his
jump from
suffix
science
is clown teacher. He is no longer a teacher. He is a clown teacher.
I think clown teacher works best with science or math because it's the thing that you would least expect the jump to be. Purveyor of geology or anatomy or something like that, and quantum physics, and then they're like, what, I want to be a clown.
You know what? Yeah, everyone shows up. It's like, see, but here's the thing: I don't know anything about quantum physics.
So true.
I think that's gonna make. I think that's gonna make the next 10 minutes rather funny. So let's go with it.
Let's go with that. Let's mention some things about quantum physics that we don't. We don't know.
I'm just gonna name a bunch of math terms, and
maybe that will be part of quantum physics.
Yep.
You'll never know. I took AP Physics 1 and 2 and AP Calculus. Let's do this.
Oh boy. Okay. So we've got chalkboard, sword, and clown costume. So everybody else is sort of in street clothes. Any students that we meet, they're regular. Yes.
I have, listener, I've peeked over at the name given to our lovely clown teacher.
Oh, Don't,
That's the best name I've ever.
Is it really? I was going to press. I haven't looked at it yet. I was just going to press generate random immediately once we started. This was going to be my garbage name.
That's a great name.
That's a great name. I think, Michael, I think what's happening right now is we are too excited about the concept of doing this.
So ready.
I think we just have to jump right in, as bad as this might be.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you might want to clarify in our heads, in our head spaces, before we jump right into this?
I don't think so. I think that we've got a solid plan, and that this will make some great improv.
All right. Now, let us jump right into phase 3. Run. Run. All right. And without further ado, please enjoy a selection of scenes from Clown College. Honey, we need more milk. Babe.
Okay. I can go out to the store.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we need a lot more of everything. When is the last time you've been out to the grocery store?
I don't know. I don't know, Candy.
Are you okay? Is it the process of shopping of groceries that is so difficult for you? Like what have we got? I've got 1 egg. We can split 1 egg between the two of us, Julian.
I'm not hungry, so you can just have it. I don't know. I don't know why we have to yell at each other anymore.
Hey. I'm here for you. I know you've been going through a lot. Look, the pandemic has been weighing on a lot of us. But look, it's 2021. We are ready to get out of our shells, to go back into the world. I know it's hard. I know you haven't taught anything outside of a Zoom screen in a year. And I know that's been difficult for you. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, you can't.
What?
I gotta go to work.
You gotta go to... Okay. You're not even dressed. My guy. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be real with you right now, Julian. I'm going to be. You know me. I'm a very real person. I'm a very down-to-earth person. You're gonna go to work in your boxers?
No, I'll just put on what I was wearing last night. I don't.
What were you wearing last night?
I don't even remember. It's all kind of fuzzy.
Were you out drinking again?
Yeah, I was.
You.
Look, I've really got to go.
Okay, I'll eat my egg.
Why is this bow tie so big? Fuck.
Honey, you're gonna be late.
I'm going. Okay, put on my makeup. Fuck. Okay. All right. I'm heading out.
You know what? I don't even know what to say to you anymore. You know what? We will talk our relationship when you get home. You have got an entire you've got an entire lecture to do today. Are you?
Yeah, I do. So I should probably get going, right?
Save it for therapy. Save it for
right, Candy?
Yes, Julian. You.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I really hope you don't get fired. Oh my God. Well, good morning, students. So, first day of classes. What an excellent. Oh, good morning, Judy. Good to see you back here again. Alex, welcome. Welcome. Mr. Hubbard.
Sorry, I'm late, Principal Velez. I just had to get ready for the meeting. I'm sorry.
Fine. Is this all you had today? Really?
Yes, Principal Velez.
Dress code is very important here at Oxford University, the highest brow of education, and you dare disrespect the decades-long history, the centuries-long history of this fine building of a Have fun, Mr. Hubbard.
Yes, sir.
Come see me in my office once your lecture is done. Jesus Christ.
Okay, all right. Anyway, hello, students. Hoping that you're ready for a new semester full of exciting, amazing content that we're all gonna enjoy together. This is obviously Quantum Physics 204. I'm hoping that you're ready to learn about the intricate ways that our universe interacts with itself and the probabilistic way that we just go about our daily lives.
A hand raises.
Yes, I'm sorry, I don't quite have the names yet down. Let me just look on
Judy,
the roster.
Why are you dressed like a circus clown?
I'm sorry.
Why? I feel like it's an important question to ask. Our quantum physics professor is why they are dressed like. Is this some kind of like lesson for today?
Nothing. Yes, it's it's part of the lesson. Yes, my class here, Quantum Physics 204. I like to spice it up on the first couple of classes. Just keep things fresh. I know it can get boring. Sometimes.
A second hand raises.
Yes. Again, sorry, I don't have the names. Let me just get the roster out. Just one sec.
Alex.
Yes, Alex.
You don't have to. You can ask what my name is. You don't have to look at the sheet of paper. My name's Alex.
Okay. Okay, Alex. What's your question?
What? So there's a sword there.
Oh yeah, my chalk sword.
You're sorry?
My chalk sword. It's.
I didn't see it was made of chalk.
Oh yeah. You just like it's
Okay.
It's one of those things. Yeah, it's like I got it from my wife. It was a gag gift.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
you know
Sure.
those, yeah.
Sure. So what the heck does this have to do? We're here to learn some y equals mx plus b.
Well, we're here to learn a little bit more than y equals mx plus b.
No, I'm a college student. I know what I'm talking about.
Of course.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Yeah.
A third hand raises.
Yes. What's your name?
Yo.
Your name is Yo?
Biff.
Yo Biff.
That. How dare you? My family runs this school, goddammit. My family goes back in generations here at Oxford. I am here. Students, this man is a fraud. I demand we march down to the principal. This is outrageous. This man doesn't know a first thing about physics. What?
Of course I do. I'm the professor for this class. I'm sorry, but you're just a student. Biff,
Biff, a student. Oh, we'll see who pays your salary, Mr.
Hubbard.
Yeah, you didn't bother to learn any of our names. I'm not going to bother to learn yours.
You had to sign up for my class.
Get out of here.
I think that this is highly inappropriate.
The man just walks out.
All right, well, you paid for the class, so it's completely your choice to leave. All right, I think we should get started. Our first day of class. Let's just start by going over the syllabus. This is my grading policy right here up on the projector. Shit, I forgot to turn on the projector. Just one moment. I have it memorized. I'll just write it down.
Oh God, that is awful. Oh, that is so awful. Just no. Of course. How much did your wife pay for that thing? Like 50 cents? Oh my God.
Oh, I'm not sure. I she doesn't show me the receipt or anything.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh.
If you all just excuse me for a moment, I'm so sorry. I just I didn't go to the restroom before this class, so I just need to take a step out and visit the men's room.
Dude, what the heck was up with that guy?
Yeah, man, that guy's fucking weird.
Man, I mean, we paid for this class. I mean, yeah, we paid for you to be a normal ass dude. Like,
yeah, fucking showing up in a clown costume in my fucking first day. Dude.
Okay, listen.
Yeah, this is a damn disrespect, bruv.
Yeah, because we're at Oxford, is that?
Yeah, of course. You know, you're a little bit British.
No, I'm a transfer.
It seems like I've had a lot of transfers here.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised by the number.
This is the American wing of Oxford. Anyway, man, this is the craziest shit I've ever fucking seen. I bet this dude's wife hates him.
I bet she bought that fucking chalk sword so she could stab him right in the fucking stomach.
Literally, dude. I don't know what this man is thinking. Like,
dude. And fucking, he got chewed out by the principal. He's gonna fucking eat it.
First day, dude. That's like a full on like sitcom, like high school comedy fucking moment, dude.
Oh my god.
Shows up
That's
like
such a like improv podcast thing to happen, bro.
What is going on, dude? Like this guy. You know, actually, I kind of like him. It's like the absurdity contrasts the intense intelligence of a subject matter like quantum physics.
Are you fucking arts major, dude?
Am I in the wrong building?
Yeah, this is fucking.
Well, yeah, but you see, I thought I needed to take it to graduate.
No, BFA students don't need a science class for sure.
I mean, I'm glad I came.
I mean, are you though?
Who the hell is ever gonna see this again, man? That man is in the middle of some kind of crisis. But man, the art, the beauty of it.
Yeah, we're all STEM majors. We don't care.
You don't care about art?
No.
All STEM majors just fucking hate art of all kinds.
That's right.
Yeah. Wow. What a douchebag. Honestly, what a horrible guy. Yo, you know what I think?
What, man?
I think that guy is a fraud, and I think the higher ups at Oxford University need to do a better job at screening their professors. It is day one after a pandemic. We have been online for months.
Yeah,
and this man comes in, and he thinks
literally fucking
clowning
on our class.
He thinks we're idiots. He is clowning on our class. Yeah, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Juggle a cactus next? What's he gonna do?
Bro. What the fuck is he gonna do? Man?
What the fuck is he gonna? You know what I think?
So
I think we can teach our own class.
Right.
I think we don't need him.
We bought the textbook. We have the material.
That's
we
right.
Can do this.
I think we need to lead a mutiny.
That's right.
I think we need
strike
to take
at dawn.
over this goddamn school.
That's right.
All right. Now, before he comes back,
how very American.
But now, before he comes back, we've got to set up some kind of ground rules. Okay. I think I should be in charge and put him in his place. Now
I think we should do a democratically elected sort of Congress of students.
Yeah, but every
like 3 representatives.
But there's one guy that actually has all the power.
Yeah. Well,
mutiny means mutiny. Anarchy. Okay. There's. Oh my god. The chalk swords came in a 5-pack. All of you.
Everyone
arm yourselves.
Grab a chalk sword. All right. And the only rule to our mutiny is nobody squeaks on the chalkboard.
This is for y equals mx plus b. I don't think she knows what quantum physics is.
Fucking arts major. I'm sorry for that brief intermission.
Get him!
Ah! What is happening?
You are not fit to teach here.
I think I am.
I pay your salary. Boom!
Ow! Right in the eye with the chalk sword. Ow!
You think you want to be a clown? Eat this!
The chalk tastes so bad. She said it was flavored for some reason.
Eat chalk, you dirty scumbag! And thus ends the life of a broken
Clown
man
teacher.
whose wife hates him, who does not have enough money to make rent or buy food. Let this be known to all future educators
At Oxford University,
showing up with a clown costume in the middle of a midlife crisis.
That's right. This is a cautionary tale.
Will result in imminent death by chalk sword. I think the two of us are incredibly delirious right now. Is what just happened.
Getting the XLR cord from Guitar Center, I think, broke us.
So I think what the lesson is all clowns must die.
Yeah, I think clowns really serve no purpose, no positive purpose in the universe.
Yeah.
And much like, a quantum particle, they exist. They exist in both a state of being and of not being. But this, I think, proves that there's another side to clowns. That there's a sad,
and
doomed state to clowns.
And there's a room full of
angry Oxford college students ready to kill you with a chalk sword.
ready to commit murder, pin you down, arm by arm, leg by leg, and feed you your own goddamn chalk, you fucking commie bastards.
We brought the USSR back.
Let's go. Well, Michael, I don't think that could have gone worse. No.
I think that we've made excellent content for our viewers.
I
And
think
the
so.
higher-ups are going to be very pleased.
I think so. I think you've got to lose money to lose money.
That's so true, Austin.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's where we'll end tonight.
I think that is just about as much energy as I have in me for the rest of this episode.
I am sweating through my shirt.
Oh, God. Unironically, very, very fun to have you on. We had some really great conversations.
Yeah.
We made up some really, really dumb nonsense, and I
Yeah.
think that is the spirit of the podcast at the end of the day. So thank you so much, Michael, for coming on tonight.
Of course. It's always a pleasure to, make goofy shenanigans with you.
Yeah.
And
do you have any parting words, anything you'd like to plug, perhaps?
I would like to plug, and I can't guarantee that I can actually do this, but why not? Come see, if you're in Chicago, come see Blue Demon Theater's productions.
Ooh, okay.
But come see their productions.
I'll bleep the name of the university.
Yeah, there you go.
You go to Oxford, actually.
I actually go to Oxford.
Yeah.
I live in Britain. I haven't developed the accent yet. One day I will be a sophisticated prick like the rest of them.
Yeah.
But for right now, I'm just a goofy little guy.
Absolutely.
I'm just a Coca-Cola cowboy with dots in between all the words on Instagram, and you probably don't want to find me anywhere else. So
get out of here.
so get the fuck out of my shit.
Oh boy. All right then. I've run out of words to say, and I've run out of the ability to form proper sentences with my mouth.
Haven't we all?
So, in that case, listeners, this has been Ready, Set, Run. My name has been Austin Civatte. I am the host, producer, and editor of this show, as well as the creative director over at Speedrun Studios. Make sure to go follow us on Instagram over there at Speedrun Studios for even more wacky projects like this one, destined for Broadway, I think. I'm pegging Daniel Craig for Julian.
For Julian Hubbard. I think that's a great casting choice.
Yeah. But over there, we got plays, we got musicals, we got it all over there, as well as more updates on when future episodes of this show will drop. So thank you all for listening, and that's what I like to hear. Have a lovely day.